I lived all over New England, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. None of them had everything that Tupper Lake has. And so it was always a goal to come back here because I recognized what a gem we had living here in Tupper Lake. I'm Robbie Frenette, and I'm a boat builder in Tupper Lake, New York. I have a real love for the outdoors, and I'm able to combine those two loves I have and go out in the woods, look, find curved pieces, spend your time in the woods digging spruce shoots out and bringing them back to the shop. You have a real strong connection right away with the piece that you're working on. When you're restoring pieces of wood that come off a 140-year-old boat, there's no way to mill that to match it. You have to be able to do that with your hand skills. It's just a really nice way to work. You know, to hear a plane shaving off the piece of wood is nicer than hearing the table saw ring in your ear all day. And there is a fine line you walk, like, am I doing artwork here or am I boat building? But I'm glad to see them in the water and used. I'm fortunate to put everything together that I find really rewarding in life.
Hi, I'm Dan King. I'm an artist blacksmith in Tupper Lake, New York. I lived in Florida for 20 years and wanted to live in the mountains, and picked Tupper Lake because I knew it was a beautiful area. I came to summer camp here when I was in 10th grade. I like to do mortise and tenon joints, rivets and collars, ways that metal has been used and fashioned for hundreds of years. My favorite type of compliment is when someone tells me it looks like it's been here forever. I use a lot of the forms from nature, leaves, flowers, branches, things like that. And sometimes when I get stuck on a project or something, I can go sit by the water and reflect quietly while I regain my composure and clears my head. So I definitely use nature as part of my inspiration as well as my mental health plan. I do feel a lot of pride in my community, and so when I am asked by businesses and members of our community for my work, I feel like I belong to the community and that it gives me a purpose of place.
My name is Allison Garrett, and we're at the Leather Artisan. My husband and I just took over, and we make all of the purses and the belts and the wallets here in our shop. We cut everything by hand and we stitch it all on our sewing machines, and then we finish it off with hardware and zippers and snaps and whatnot so that we have nice finished purses and belts and wallets in our shop. So I do the hand etching. It kind of like scratches onto the leather, the design, so it stays on there. Well, I grew up in Tupper Lake. Me and Bryce both graduated from Tupper Lake High School. I just love the area in general. I definitely wanted to raise my kids here. The biggest thing I always wanted growing up was to be home with my kids and still make a living for myself, so I didn't want to send them to daycare. And everyone that comes through is pretty much really awesome, so it's nice for my son to be around them as well. When I was pregnant with Theo, a customer came in and ordered a purse, came back a couple weeks later to pick it up, and she had knitted me a baby blanket. And I just thought it was the sweetest thing in the world. Like, where else would a customer make something for you while you're making something for them, kind of thing. It was just so sweet. I love being here with my family and my customers.